It's definitely hard to be vulnerable about this. And the reason why it's hard to be vulnerable about this is because it's hard to admit, number one, to yourself and to other people that you are comparing yourself to somebody else, that you are comparing yourself to what other people are doing, whether it's at the gym, whether it's at your job, wherever you are living life, you have to work very hard not to compare yourself to them. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to explain why it's important to understand that comparison is not the right word to use, but more of competition. So, mind your business. What does that mean? Today, we're going to be talking about how to stop comparing yourself to others and focus on you. How can we stop comparing ourselves to what other people are doing or what part of the journey they're on and focus on you? Comparison is natural. It's something that we all do. We go through it on a day-to-day basis, whether we have a good week or a bad week, and we compare to what other people are doing, whether it's on social media, whether it's what somebody's posting, whether it's someone's success at work, whether it's what someone is telling you. Comparison is something that we will instinctively do. Your brain will instinctively compare you to people who seem better off. But that's the thing. They just seem better off. We don't have the full story. Comparison is negative and self-deprecating because you are telling yourself that you are not where someone else is. You're telling yourself that someone has been able to do more than you have. And then we come up with a bunch of reasons of why this person is better off or why you can't do what they can do. Either way, you are comparing yourself to someone or something that has nothing to do with you. Comparison is unfortunately, it's gonna lower your happiness. It's gonna drop your serotonin levels in your body. Your dopamine is gonna be drained from it. Your testosterone levels, all of these things matter. So we have to stop looking at other people or looking at social media and thinking that other people are doing better than us just because of what they're posting or just because of what they have or what you don't have. The illusion that you're falling for, when you do this, when you compare yourself to others, you're only seeing their shiny exterior, not the reality of the lives that they actually live, the things that they're going through, the fact that someone is in a place of their life where you think that's where you want to be one day. Maybe you think you should be there right now. The ideal that you're observing, the thing that you are possibly jealous of or resentful of, is an illusion that you create in your mind. You don't know what their lives are actually like. You don't know what their lives are actually like. For all you know, they just filed for bankruptcy. They're going through a divorce. They're cheating on their spouse and they have no moral compass. They're thinking about wrapping their car around the next tree that they see as they're driving on the highway. They might be in the worst place of their life mentally, but just because they seem a certain way, you create this illusion in your mind. You create this illusion of you telling yourself that I wish I was there or I should be there or this person has a better situation than I do. Remember, comparison is the thief of joy and gratitude. It also makes you emotionally reactive to other people's actions. And that mentality will 100% keep you stuck. So if you are emotionally reactive to other people's actions, you are telling yourself that you feel some type of way based on what someone else is doing. You are emotionally draining yourself because of something or someone else that doesn't even know you exist, may not even know that you're looking at them that way. This person or this other being that you're comparing yourself to of where you wish you were, there is a benefit to it, and we'll talk about it. But you have to understand that you don't know the whole picture. You don't exactly know what this person is going through. For all you know, you might be in a better place than they are. And instead of comparing yourself to people, instead of comparing yourself to others, do something that is actually beneficial for you. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. That is a game you can actually win. If yesterday you were not able to go to sleep at the time you said you were going to, but today you can do something about it, that is a comparison you can make. You can always strive to be a little bit better than you were yesterday. If yesterday it did not turn out how you wanted it to, and you only were able to make it to the gym for 30 minutes, today you can dedicate enough time to actually make it to the gym and do your 45-minute workout. Or hop on that treadmill and maybe you speed it up a little bit. Maybe instead of doing the 10 minutes, today you actually push for the 15 minutes. If you didn't have what you have now, and someone else did, comparing yourself to others would make you jealous of them too. Think about that. The things that you have right now, if you saw someone else have them and you didn't, you would be jealous of them too. Other people may not have your mentality, your family, your experiences, your troubles, or your abilities. And that is amazing. To me, that is the most special thing that you can have in this world, because you have all of these things. You are setting yourself up to win. Other people do not know what you're going through. Let other people live their life and you live yours. Because I promise you, the mentality that you are building, that razor sharp mentality, the family that you're working to build. And by the way, when I say family, I mean the unit. I mean, if it's just you, guess what? You are the beginning of your family. If you have kids, you are raising them to be different than maybe what you were when you were that age. And the experiences that you have, they are unique to you because they help you grow. They are what help you build resilience in life. And your troubles, guess what? All of them teach you lessons. And your abilities, well, we keep growing through everything that we go through, and we gain more and more of those abilities. If you're constantly dwelling on other people's success, it will 100% diminish your capability to do good work. If you are constantly dwelling on what other people are doing, it's going to diminish your capability to do good work. Why? Well, because you're telling yourself that someone else can do it. Why can't I? Why haven't I? Why won't I? Your mind has a certain bandwidth. Let's say your mind has a bandwidth of 100. If you get into a spiral of self-doubt, you lose 30% of that bandwidth because now you are not operating at the highest level that you were before. You're spending 30% of it thinking about somebody else or what someone else is doing, and you are comparing yourself to other people. Mind your business. Good work comes from actually being present, from being right here, right now, in the room. When you are at the gym, don't be looking around, looking at what other people are doing. You worry about yourself, your sets, your reps, and the effort that you are putting forth right there, right then. Spending time comparing yourself to others actually destroys your ability to be great, because it puts you into this mind game of wondering, and wondering gets you nowhere. You have to be committed to change by knowing that you are better than you were yesterday. Focus on the things that don't matter. Focus on the things that don't matter, and you will find that you are destroying your ability to show up in your life. You need to focus on the things that do matter. Comparison and negativity are normal. They're going to happen. I'm not telling you guys that it's not going to happen. I'm telling you that they need to be managed. I'm telling you that I want you guys to address it when it happens and then do something about it. Sometimes we look for negativity because we're avoiding dealing with our own personal struggles, because we want to come up with a reason of why is it that so-and-so can do it, but we can't. We want to come up with an excuse of, well, they are there, but I'm not because of X, Y, and Z. Let me show you guys a way out of this mindset. The chief task in life is separating what's in your control and what is not. So let's break that down. One of the most important things you can do in your life is separate what is in your control and what is not. Because when you can do that, you can actually focus on what you can control. You need to put yourself in situations where you can control the outcome, like writing, dedicating yourself to actually writing for 10 minutes a day, meditation. Dedicate time in your day to actually be in the right state of mind. Exercise. You can decide that you're going to win by going to the gym, doing the workout, and feeling amazing afterwards. Doing the sauna. You can decide that you're going to spend this many minutes in the sauna, and then you actually do it and you feel better for it. A cold plunge or a cold shower. Meal prepping. Deciding to eat what you said you were going to eat. Following through with your word. Keeping promises, not necessarily to others, but to yourself. That is how we build confidence. We know this. Doing this is going to help free your mind and have a clearer perspective on how you think. Because when you focus on the things you can't control, when you focus on what other people are doing, you start to feel like you have less and less power, less and less authority, less and less ownership. And when we do this, you're going to find that you're going to overcompensate for your insecurities and you're going to avoid your issues. But we know that we have to face our issues. We know that we have to address the things that we have going on in our life. That is the only way forward. When we focus on our journey and improve ourselves incrementally, and remember that the true competition is within you, that is when we can actually get out of the mindset of comparing ourselves to others. Now, there is a useful tool here. And this is what I want you guys to think about instead of comparing yourself to others. Comparison is inherently negative and self-deprecating. However, competition is aggressive but more productive. It actually helps you think about what you can do to be at a better level. Aim for someone similar to you and compete to be better. Now, I want to be very clear with this. I'm not telling you to actively engage with people that are in a similar world that you're in. But someone that you admire, someone that's doing something really well, maybe it's someone in this program, maybe it's someone that you know, maybe it's someone at the gym that you go to. Create a mental competition of you being able to keep up with them, of you being able to pass them, and create small wins in your head. The reason why competition is healthy instead of comparing is because you're not telling yourself that you can't. You're telling yourself that you can, that you will. Channel that negativity into positive momentum. Competition is healthy. Now, whether it's private or public, whether you actually want to acknowledge it or not, that's up to you. But I'm telling you, you don't have to make it public. You don't have to even talk about it with this person. I'm in competition with a lot of people, but it's healthy. Because I'm not comparing myself or my failures to where they are or where they're not, because I know that they're going through stuff as well. I'm comparing my wins based on the fact that I know that I can accomplish a lot and I can very much be like them or surpass them because I am working on building myself. It's about looking internally.